Good afternoon. My name is Madison Ward, and today I'm going to be filming a self-reflection assignment for Introduction to Health Consumerism. And so today we're talking about a clip from the Unnatural Causes documentary in which the narrator explains something called Ninth Street within there, or that he examines within the city. And basically what Ninth Street is a kind of dividing line where there was a lot of development on one side. The economy was a lot better. There was a lot better access to healthcare and educational resources. And then on the other side of the street, it was pretty impoverished. A lot of those things weren't accessible, and you could just tell that it was a total decline of what the other side of the city was like. And so within Muncie, that's where I currently live and have been for the last 3 years. I've noticed there is something definitely similar here, and it happens to be Jackson Street. And it's closer to the south side. I actually live one street over from it, so I get to see these effects pretty blatantly in my face. I will say for my first year here, I lived in the dorms, and then I lived in an apartment on the north side. But during those times, I did a little bit of door dashing, which actually exposed me to a lot of the south side, more than I probably would have ever gotten before, because other than that, there's no real reason for me to go to the south side of Muncie, because there is nothing there that would benefit me as a student or as a person. There are some small businesses. Downtown Muncie is kind of within the south side of Muncie as well, so there's some certain things there to go to as well. But if we're being honest, there's just not a lot of resources down there. The hospital in Muncie is on the north side. Ball State University and Ivy Tech are both on the north side / downtown. A lot of the stores, food, restaurants, everything is up on the north side, as well as some of the upper scale neighborhoods. When you go down, Jackson Street is a horizontal road, but when you go south along like Tillotson or Madison Street, you're going to see houses that aren't in as good of shape like at all, and everything just looks a lot more run down, not taken care of, which is really unfortunate because it is really not like that on the north side at all. I will say there are more residential houses on the south side, but for what there is on the north side, they're like two completely different worlds. In my opinion, the most promising methods or programs of addressing the income health disparities in our country is going to have to be offering more governmental programs, I would say, or even state programs. There are stuff out there to help people that are in impoverished conditions, but there's a lot of stigma around them. People are too scared to access those resources, or they simply don't have time. I notice a theme within a lot of low-income or impoverished families, and it's that they're busy. They usually have to work at least one job or two, and they don't have the time to go out and do this, or they're exhausted to join a program or do this and this. And oftentimes, I think that a big problem is that there's also a lot of scams going around now. People are scared to trust some of these programs because it just seems a little bit too good to be true. And I think that is completely valid. You need to do your research and stay safe behind those scams. But I think that states, communities on a smaller scale, I think the city needs to help out these people more than anything. What are we getting right in society? What's working well? I think that what's working well is developing smaller cities. Muncie isn't the smallest city ever, I will say, but there are a lot of advancements coming in, a lot of new businesses, even though they're kind of like chain restaurants and stuff like that. But I think when those come in, it attracts a lot more people. It offers a lot more jobs too. So obviously that's going to help out the economy, and it's going to help individuals and their families. For example, even within my own hometown. My hometown is a very small rural town. We used to have a couple of businesses, and it was like 2 family-owned restaurants, and everybody loved them. And ever since then, we've had a lot more subdivisions being built, and then also a bunch more chain businesses too. We used to not have a Taco Bell. Now we have that. We have Wendy's, Burger King. We even have a Scooter's Coffee, which you can't really find too much around Indiana. And yeah, just ever since then, the population has been booming, and you can really tell that the town of Muncie, or not Muncie, sorry, DeMott is going to be getting a lot bigger within the coming years, and I really think it is doing a justice to the economy within the town. Thank you. That is all I have to talk about for the moment.